This is an instructional video intended to help you set up your haunting ghost bride from Home Depot. First, take all of the parts out of the box. Your parts should include the head with the arms and clothing attached, the two metal support poles, the main center frame, the base, a piece of black fabric, and the lower frame with the control box. Begin by placing the base on a flat surface with the labels A facing the front. Then place the metal frame with the control box on top of that by matching A to A and securing in the locking pins. Now go ahead and attach the upper metal frame by matching B to B and once again making sure the locking pins secure into place. Now you're going to want to grab the pole labeled C and D and slide that through the housing on top of the upper frame. You're going to want to make sure that that little housing is oriented so that the blue spring is hanging down from the bottom of it. And then you can slide that pole on through and match C up to the C on the pole that is on a pivot on the lower control box frame. Then you can grab that same blue spring I was talking about, pull it all the way down, and attach it onto the notch on the poles that also has a blue label. Then you'll also see another spring with a yellow label down towards the control box on the other side of the mechanism here, and you'll want to attach that up to the pole with the notch that also has a yellow label. Then you can go ahead and grab your fabric sheet and slide that all the way over everything that you have made so far, with the hole making the little notch stick out, where you're going to want to match D to D on the final pole remaining. Then you can take the body itself and locate the opening underneath of it that should have another label that you will then go ahead and match on top, E to E, on top of the other pole sticking out. And you'll want to make sure that the locking pin locks into place. Flipping the bride over to the other side, go down to the bottom of the dress and lifting it up, you'll see a wire labeled F coming down from the head, and you'll want to attach that into the corresponding F wire coming from the control box. Now you'll also want to make sure that the green wires labeled G are attached if they aren't already, and if they aren't, make sure to attach those together as well. Now you're going to want to go ahead and insert 4 AA batteries. Start by unscrewing the battery compartment and insert those 4 AA batteries, but this prop is actually also compatible with a 6-volt 2-amp DC adapter. If you have that from another prop, it plugs into the control box right here. This control box also has a volume control knob that can go up and down, as well as a foot pad plug where you can plug in the Trimes and compatible foot pad. It has a speaker jack where you can plug in an external speaker if you prefer to use that instead of the included speaker. And lastly, there is a switch that can be in the on position where she will go based on her sensor, also a timer position where she will actually go based on a certain length of time that it goes on and then off, and then it also has the off position where, as it says, is where you want it to be if you're using a foot pad or a Trime. Once again, please note that this prop does not include the 6-volt 2-amp DC adapter or AA batteries. With everything on the control box situated, you can now go ahead and Velcro down the fabric lining using the 4 Velcro strips on each corner, which correspond to some Velcro strips on the base. Now you can go ahead and adjust the posable arms into your preferred position. Note that you can adjust the veil to your liking. You can either throw it forward to cover her face, or you can throw it backward to expose the face more. Now you can go ahead and turn her into the on position, and that completes your setup of the Haunting Ghost Bride.